When I recorded Do You Think I'm Sexy, which is probably the most popular song that I've ever recorded, they thought I had left rock and roll. I was a traitor.
Imagine this: a skinny boy with spiky hair, secondhand shoes, and a busted old radio in his bedroom, belting out soul songs like his life depended on it. No big breaks, no famous last name, and certainly no roadmap. Just a dream, a raspy voice, and a whole lot of fight. That boy? Rod Stewart. When we talk about music legends, it's easy to assume they had it easy. Talent, money, connections. But Rod Stewart's journey was anything but easy. His story is a raw, emotional roller coaster of resilience, hope, and unstoppable willpower. And if you're ever in need of proof that tough times can be the soil from which greatness grows, his life is it. Let's rewind the reel, all the way to where it started. Humble beginnings in North London.
To rock and roll because I recorded a disco song. Was I jumping on the bandwagon? Yes. And what's wrong with that?
Rod Stewart was born on January 10, 1945, in Highgate, North London, to a working-class Scottish-English family. He was the youngest of 5 siblings. His father ran a newsagent's shop, and money was always tight. The Stewarts weren't living in poverty, but luxury was out of reach. From an early age, Rod loved music, but his first love was football, soccer. He even pursued it seriously and tried out for professional clubs. But somewhere along the way, that scratchy, emotional voice started turning heads.
We were very aware of each other's love of model railroads. Don't you laugh, people. And this is how it came out. If it wasn't for Sam Cooke, there wouldn't be a Rod Stewart, maybe.
And Rod? He started listening closely to the likes of Sam Cooke, Otis Redding, and Muddy Waters, men who sang with their hearts wide open. Still, the road was far from clear. Struggles, failures, and a lot of no's. Rod didn't get discovered overnight. Before becoming a household name, he spent years hustling. He tried a string of odd jobs. He was a gravedigger at one point, a sign painter, and even sold second-hand clothes. He bounced between small-time bands, sleeping in vans, barely making enough to eat. Rejection was common. There were days he questioned if he was chasing a fantasy. But here's the thing.
No, I didn't you go, try to make it really raspy. Yeah, the first time I went to a record company, it was Decca Records way back. Then I was on 19.
Rod Stewart never quit. He kept singing, he kept writing, and he kept showing up, night after night, pouring himself into dive bars, pubs, and tiny clubs with no guarantees. And slowly, the tide began to turn. Breakthrough with the Jeff Beck Group. In 1967, Rod got a huge break. He joined the Jeff Beck Group as the lead vocalist. His voice, distinctly raspy, soulful, and bursting with emotion, caught fire with fans and critics. It was unlike anything else on the scene. His time with the band gave him exposure, experience, and confidence. But it also gave him a glimpse of the rock star life he always dreamed of. And just as things got exciting, Rod made a bold move. He left. Why? Because he wanted to make his own music. He believed in his sound and his story. The rise of a solo legend. The early 1970s were magic. Rod released his solo albums, Every Picture Tells a Story, and Never a Dull Moment, which exploded across charts in the UK and the US. His signature song, Maggie May, hit #1 on both sides of the Atlantic. And just like that, the boy with the scrappy past was now a full-blown rock star. But what made Rod different? He didn't just sing. He told stories. Every lyric sounded like it came from his gut. Raw, relatable, and deeply human. Whether it was heartbreak, longing, joy, or regret, Rod poured his soul into every song. Personal struggles and public expectations. Success didn't erase the struggles. Fame brought pressure, scrutiny, and emotional tolls. Rod had to navigate failed relationships, health scares, and the crushing demands of staying relevant in an ever-changing music world. But instead of losing himself, he used those challenges as fuel. He released album after album, constantly evolving. His music matured, but it never lost its emotional punch. From rock anthems to heartfelt ballads, Rod stayed authentic. Reinvention and longevity. In the 1980s and 1990s, while many of his contemporaries faded, Rod adapted. He embraced different styles, from disco to pop to soulful covers. And audiences kept listening. Then, in the 2000s, when many assumed he was winding down, he stunned everyone by releasing a series of Great American Songbook albums, covers of timeless classics. These weren't just nostalgic, they were masterful. Rod Stewart became one of the few artists to top the charts across 5 decades. That's not just rare, that's legendary. Giving back and staying grounded. Despite his fame, Rod never lost touch with his roots. He's been involved in countless charitable causes, supported young artists, and has spoken openly about his own struggles, including battling thyroid cancer. Even when facing serious health issues, Rod stayed positive. He underwent treatment, took time off to heal, and made a triumphant return to the stage, because music is his life. The man behind the voice Rod's image, wild hair, flashy suits, and cheeky charm, might seem larger than life. But at heart, he's still the kid from North London with big dreams. He's known for his humility, humor, and unwavering passion for music. Even today, in his late 70s, Rod performs with the same energy and soul that made him a star decades ago. When asked what keeps him going, he once said, "I don't want to retire. I still love what I do." The voice is still there, the hunger's still there, and the audience is still there. Lessons from Rod Stewart's journey. Rod's story isn't just about success, it's about perseverance. It's about how dreams can be delayed but not denied. About how no matter how many doors close, the right one will open, if you keep knocking. From digging graves to selling out arenas, Rod's journey is living proof that background doesn't define destiny. It's effort, resilience, and staying true to yourself that matters. And perhaps the most beautiful part? He never pretended to be perfect. He just stayed real. Why Rod Stewart's story matters today. In a world where overnight fame and viral hits dominate, Rod Stewart's journey is a reminder of the long game, of paying your dues, of sticking to your voice, even when it feels like no one's listening. His story is for every underdog who's been told, "You're not good enough." For every artist who's felt overlooked. For every dreamer wondering if they're wasting their time. Rod Stewart didn't come from money. He didn't have connections. He had a voice, a vision, and the will to keep going. And now, he's a music legend. Can you state like, share, and subscribe to my channel Music Lounge, and check out my playlists for more great videos. Until next time, keep discovering the stories behind the sound.